So what would we do as a starting point with you? Again, I would go back to the story of let's just buy one Salesforce license. I can work with you to help get that done. We'll find an account rep. Basically, you'll do a lead, you'll buy it, and we can go through an account rep and we can negotiate that price down to a certain point. With one user, it's a little bit, we'll see where we can get it to, but because we're recording right now, I'll keep that pricing conversation offline with you.
Sounds good.
Once we do that, I will not charge you for an implementation. My goal is to earn your business as a long-term customer of mine where you grow with me. What I would want to do with you is help you set up your CRM where you've got leads, contacts, opportunities ready in your system. So we would build out a web form to Salesforce where you could, anybody that hits your website or some other site or form, those leads can then funnel in and go into a lead bucket inside Salesforce, which then ultimately you would have your one source of truth to start working within. So leads, we can help you set up a lead nurturing program through using standard Salesforce foundations, and that'll basically do some email outbound marketing for you. I'm a big believer in using 100% native products. And so if your customer base isn't big and you're not spamming people, I do have a great partner, which we do use internally, that helps us with mailing from within Salesforce, but protects all your IP and all that kind of cool stuff, right? So we may talk about doing something like that, but if not, what we would do is once you're managing your leads, we would train you how to convert those leads and create a contact and an opportunity. And that's then where, like you may have some pricing that you're presenting. And again, I don't know what your pricing model is, but we would set up different products and a price book inside the system. And we would give you the ability to go in and create a quick quote and show you how to do all of that, where then we would actually set up a payment processor for you, which would be SaaS Pay. And because I'm the person that sets all that up, I'll set you up as a merchant and a gateway. So you'll log into a separate system to do all of that because that is separate, but it allows us to connect it all inside Salesforce. So when you create those quotes and the customer's like, yep, I'm ready to go, we can have a standard contract template in there that can be all again inside Salesforce. And then when you're ready to get them to sign, they sign. When you're getting ready to get them to pay, you push a button and it sends an invoice out to them with a portal where they hit the link and they make their payment, right? So the nice thing is all of this data then goes back into Salesforce, all the reports update. The reality is you would probably still want to set up maybe a QuickBooks for yourself, which is you're just going to use for your general ledger, which is money coming in and money going out. You don't need to use invoicing. You don't need to use any other payment. You don't have to do anything. It's just your GL. And that's the way I would set you up as your business. That's how we set up our business to start off using our own technology. And so why? It gives you one platform basically for everything, right? And when I mean everything to run and collect your money, like quotes, billing, invoicing. And if your service is a subscription where it's renewing monthly or quarterly or annually, all of that is part of renewals lifecycle management. It's all just part of the system. If you want to put your customers on auto billing, like I talked about, because you're at an early stage, so turning on auto billing, auto invoicing, and auto renewals is pretty easy for you. It's when you scale up and you're like this SMB and you haven't figured out your data model. I would not necessarily advise doing that until you spend a couple of years with us while we're cleaning and making sure everything's running through flawlessly. But early stage, I love working with early stage companies.